I was sort of just like talking about what we were doing to begin with. So I didn't say that much like interesting about the game itself, but I did say interesting things about like my life in the world. And I talked about some of the things that we had talked about earlier in the stream. This is the part I got stuck on. I just kept attacking the cage, hoping for the best. Yeah, I mean, this game, I've known a bunch of my friends who have gotten stuck at different points in the game. Thank you for being here and chatting, by the way. I just want to thank you again. I really, really, genuinely super support or appreciate the support. Just like anybody who stops in the stream, I think about from my own perspective, like how valuable my time is and how much I value every minute of my time. So the fact that you're here and that you're just like sitting here hanging out with me doing this, it means a lot to me. And I just like really appreciate your support and also you pointing out that I was muted. Like that's super helpful for sure, of course. So thank you for that. Thank you for joining and thank you everyone who's here. Um, I love this game, and I really wanted to talk about my own perspective on the game and sort of my own theories, and I want to talk about gender too, in general. You're mute. Oh, no problem, cutie. Thank you. I feel cute. I try to be as cute as I can, pretty much every day of my life, and I don't really feel bad about the fact that I try hard. I'm kind of a try hard in everything that I do. I feel like there's like a weird thing in society where like you're supposed to be able to do everything easily or else like it's not worth pursuing. Like when I see people who are starting to do music, like a lot of people don't want to make mistakes even though you have to, of course. Um, but anyways, I don't know what I was saying about that. What I was talking before about when I was muted, which is that's a shame because it was pretty good content. I was seeing some pretty interesting things. But when am I not, right? I feel like I'm just like, what else am I saying if not interesting things? Because if I'm talking, I try to talk about big stuff. I had a friend of mine who's unfortunately I didn't mean to go so dark, but I lost a friend of mine who was really important to me, and they used to say, I I don't like small talk. I only do big talk. And that's where I'm at. I like I'm constantly like trying to be mellow, but also like talking about the biggest, broadest issues I can. And I'm kind of like always going 100%. If I'm awake, then I'm just going. And that's what I think I have going for me as a streamer is that I have so many thoughts going on in my brain at a time that uh, I can just go ahead and narrate forever. And it's not all going to be golden, but I think that there's some gold scattered through, and it's nothing if not genuine. I'm a pretty genuine person, and I haven't even been talking about the game very much because obviously, like, I think that the main part of the stream is just me being funny and also talking about what comes to my mind. But this part of the game is pretty cool. They just escaped from the Alexandria, which is like this major city, and they landed in this forest. Also, I never really mentioned your comment earlier where you said you got stuck here. I meant to respond to that, and I just started talking about other things. And yeah, my friends have gotten stuck at all different parts of this game, and I got stuck at several different places myself when I first played. But of course, just like any other game, once you've gone through it, you just like know how to sort of get through everything with ease. I was going to talk about the context of the scenes that we're seeing. They just escaped Alexandria. They were kidnapping the princess of this like basically imperial kingdom, and during their escape, the ship got destroyed and they fell into this forest. And this forest, everybody knows about it. Everybody knows that the people who go into this forest don't come out alive. And so everyone here is already like sort of expecting the possibility that they could literally die. And so everybody's pretty weighed down with that. And that's Baku who's leading this crew. What I'm about to press, this ATE thing, active time event, what these are, it's kind of interesting, is that it switches perspectives to a different scene that is happening at the same time as what you're seeing on the screen, which is again, very much like the main theme of it being a play. And so it doesn't matter which one we click. I'm going to do Girl Who Was Left Behind because I know that this has Ruby in it, and Ruby is one of my favorite side characters. Again, I was saying Ruby always wants to be center stage, and so I'm giving her that opportunity right now. Where'd everybody go? She's like a Southern belle. And what am I supposed to do now? She only gets 2 lines there. She always wants to be center stage, but the game very rarely allows her to be center stage. And right now I'm using legacy controls. I'm doing O is select and X is go back. I really don't like those controls, but uh, I think that I'll encounter less glitches. I was encountering a lot of glitches earlier, not using them, and so I can deal with it. Final Fantasy VII used those controls, and I've played enough of that I'm used to it. I also am someone who can claim to have beaten Resident Evil 1 with like the crazy controls on the original game. And so I feel like if you can do that, then mechanically you can control basically any game pretty fluidly. That's like almost the the hardest game in terms of the abstract thinking for camera controls. It should be here somewhere. What's he looking for? Huh. Damn. Where is it? This is me every single day looking for my keys in my phone. What happened to my Garnet doll? And my Garnet doll? How am I supposed to leave now? I was gonna make that joke, Senna. I wonder why I was gonna make it. Jeez. Poor little doll. The fire probably caught it. I gave that black mage some medicine. He'll be alright. Blank is literally one of my favorite side characters ever. I've already talked about side characters so much, but Blank is like basically a main character. Essentially the best character in the game, probably in certain ways. Not my favorite character, but like one of the best. He is always like doing the right thing, and he essentially sacrifices himself for everyone without even like thinking about it. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but we'll see it soon. It's gonna happen, and it's pretty wild. And it's not the end of Blank, of course. Really interesting character arc and a very crucial character to the story, and my favorite, or well, one of them, but not my favorite. I, sh- I keep saying that, but I love saying things are my favorite. In life, I just love everything so much that I say everything is my favorite. And my tier lists are all like everything is either S tier or F tier, uh, basically. I love calling things S tier. And in general, tier lists I believe are S tier, and I feel like I've done tier lists in my life since before they were a popular meme. Uh, I when I wasn't vegan, I used to do a tier list of egg preparation methods that my friends thought were funny. I don't want to do it anymore because I'm vegan. I want to endorse egg eating, but maybe one day I'll have like an eggplant preparation method tier list or something. Okay. When the monster caught her, I couldn't do anything. Hey, don't worry about the princess. I'll get her back, I promise. And so Vivi and Zidane do not know each other right now, but they're teamed up because they want to save the princess. And Vivi's saying Mister because he's so innocent. Just call me Zidane, alright? Okay, Zidane. Alright, cool. I think we did what we need to. We'll go up here and we'll get an ether. And, it's a 116 gil. There's an ether in this room, though, I think. Let me see. Am I right? There it is. You think you know everything, but then you don't. I don't think I know everything. I think I know uh, how little I know. The old Socrates. Hey, this flashback from like 10 minutes ago. I love the rose-colored glasses over the universe. She was cute. Of course, that's what Zidane's thinking. Then again, maybe I only thought so because she's a princess. Hmm. No, she was definitely cute. Same. Same, same, same. Maybe you think I'm just cute because I'm a streamer. No, I'm definitely cute. Man, I can't stop thinking about her. What am I gonna do? You gotta go look for her. She's cute. She's in trouble. That's all that matters. I agree. There you are. Hey, it's Blink again. Why so serious? Uh-oh. What are you up to this time? I'm gonna take that knight and the black mage to find the princess. You're crazy. Man, you don't even know what's out there. Besides, there's no way that the boss is gonna allow that. I know. Why do you always have to play the hero? The boss is gonna kill you. Well, what are you waiting for? Go talk to the boss. Oh gosh, the boss is not gonna take it lightly that Zidane wants to leave the troop. Oh, he's not even up here. He teleported. So Zidane's part of a group called Tantalus, which is a group of thieves, and they basically imitate play people. I was gonna say playwrights, but they're not all writing plays. Just performers. They're a bunch of traveling performers, but really they're thieves. And this plot was going pretty well until their ship got destroyed. And I don't want to miss any of these items. I forget if there's one here. No, this is where the hallway is. I don't. Oh yeah, there is an item in here. Cool. And the fight we're about to do, we can technically lose. I don't think we will. It's just possible, so I just wanted to make sure I was on full HP. And there's an item in here, I'm pretty sure. One of the things I'm most excited for is Chocobo Hot and Cold. Once we get to do that, I'm going to probably take a lot of time to just hang out and play that game. That'll probably be pretty fun. Okay, get your butt to the cargo room. So Baku is like kind of Zidane's dad, but not really. And the game does explore their relationship, and obviously Baku like had a fundamental effect on why Zidane like turned out to be the way that we see him to be. But I don't want to talk about it too much before we're there. You ready? So because he's got to leave, uh, you can't leave unless you win a fight. And so we're gonna try and steal the items. In every boss fight, you can steal 3 items. Some of them have absurdly low steal chances. I feel like I've gotten really lucky in my life, and mostly I'm able to steal the items pretty quickly, but it's literally just luck, and sometimes you'll just spend hours just going through this. I'm not gonna spend forever going through and like taking forever to steal super rare items. But there are going to be 1 or 2 just like famous ones that I probably will commit to just to see if I can do it. And if we have enough trouble getting them, then I'll even use the fast forward technique to just sort of get it done quickly for the sake of just getting through the game. But I'm basically just going to play this exactly the same way as if I was playing the game by myself. I mean, I guess that's the most fun way to do it, right? And honestly, I always want friends to hang out while I play video games. So that's one of the reasons I thought streaming would be cool. I love showing off games and I love talking about them. I love showing people movies they've never seen. And I love just like talking to people about things. So like streaming is just natural to me in that way. And if you have any questions about the trans experience, that's also a core part of this show. I would love to talk about transness and the trans experience in like an educational way, or like give advice too, like especially if you're a cis ally. Like I feel like that's something where I'm kind of in a unique position to be like kind of using my time for the support of the trans community in that way. It's kind of partly why I wanted to make this stream. So we got all the items. It was pretty good. That worked out really fast. I've really appreciated the Twitch community just overall. I like everyone has just been so supportive and so friendly, and I've loved seeing all the different channels and different approaches to streaming that people have. I think Rubber Helm gives you EXP up, which is a sweet ability, of course. I should ask Vivian that night. Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. That's okay. Okay, we'll get Steiner. Normally I get Vivi first, but that's okay. We can. Oh wait, no, you have to get Steiner first. I'm lying. I think I always want to get Vivi first, but it makes you get Steiner first. Because Steiner's in the next scene. I'm pretty sure, no matter what. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can do it in either order. I always want to go get Vivi first because I like Vivi more than Steiner. I think Vivi's most people's favorite character, frankly. I don't know who my favorite is. And this game is like all about the story, and I'm just flying through these dialogues. But these beginning dialogues aren't like that special, frankly. It's like when the story really starts coming back together. But it is funny how much Steiner is like obsessed with appealing Vivi. He has so much power. I don't want to get him involved, but it can't be helped. We need to use the powers. And Vivi doesn't think that they're powerful at all, literally. So Vivi's like agender, like, or maybe non-binary. Like, it's not really clear, or at least in my opinion. And I think they use he/him pronouns and imply that Vivi is a guy. But like to me, it seems clear that Vivi is like conflicted about gender. And I think that, and just being in general, I think Vivi is like mostly just concerned with like what does it mean to be alive. But then like Quina is non-binary as well, and I think a lot of the characters sort of represent like questioning of gender or like different sort of places on a spectrum of gender. And Zidane is somewhat feminine, but then there's Kuja, who's like Zidane's twin, and Kuja's obviously extremely feminine. And I think a lot of people think that Kuja like is a woman when they first see him, but also Kuja's like specifically referred to as a man and like embraces themselves as one, and like really their anger sort of represents toxic masculinity in a lot of ways, and it just burns itself out, and in the end Kucha becomes good, or well, I good in quotations. Like, I mean, what is good? Can you even be good after you destroy a planet? I'm just spoiling the game left and right, but that's okay because we're just doing it in our way. You know, we're not doing it the way that other people might. We want you to come with us too. Huh? But but I can't do anything. Hardly, Master Vivi. Your magic was highly effective against that monster. In all honesty, I hold your power in greater esteem than I do this scoundrel's. But I'm scared. I couldn't even move last time. Please, Master Vivi. For the sake of all Princess Garnet and Alexandria, I humbly request your assistance. Come on, you're a black mage for crying out loud. Show us what you've got. Alright, let's get going. The Three Musketeers. This game's so good. I was wondering if can you set my sword on fire? Who's the character in Game of Thrones who has the flaming sword? Is that they have a sick name, isn't it? Beric Dondarrion? Isn't that Beric Dondarrion? Beric to me. There was this cat that we named Beric, and we kept saying Beric to me, and we were trying to beckon the cat over to us, but instead the cat was just kind of walking away from us. But we just followed this cat, and we were like, Beric, Beric to me. Anyway, Beric Dondarrion, I think that's the person who has the sword that lights up on fire in Game of Thrones, and that's what Steiner wants to do. I can't sit around knowing a girl's in trouble. It goes against my nature. Me too, Zidane. Whatever. You're full of crap. Plank. Stop throwing the shade. Nah, but Plank's right. Plank loves Zidane. You're jealous that I'm gonna get me a sweetie pie. Psh, she's not even my type. Probably not. I wonder who Blank's type is. I bet I'm Blank's type. I came down here to give you this. I don't know whose type I am. I'm a lot of people's type. You're always thinking about me, but I won't need a love potion to reel this one in. Gosh, Zidane, you're so cringy, but I also love you. This is the medicine I gave to that black mage in the night. It's sort of like a seed remover. You just drink this potion and seeds pop out of your arm. That's like Resident Evil 7, I feel like. Cool, this will come in handy. Why am I always helping you? Oh, because you love each other. You're bros. Oh yeah, here's a little tip from the boss. Don't forget to set your abilities. Okay, we remember that. I don't think we need to go through this tut. I think we know what we're doing. Thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. How about never? I'm trying to hit 50 followers. And so if you're watching and you're enjoying the content, then please drop me a follow and feel free to join the chat too, because I'm really into talking to people while I do these things, and I'm also here to answer any questions that you might have about the trans experience or even just about the game that we're playing if something isn't clear. I am flying through kind of in a lot of ways. When I was on the break, I only took like a 7-minute break instead of 15 minutes because I was just like, oh my gosh, I just want to play. I just want to play more. It's so much fun. Cinna is such a good character. Rules are rules, so I gotta charge you since you're no longer in Tantalus. Sorry. What do you need? Okay, no, it's no problem. So normally what I do whenever I play Final Fantasy, this is like just a rule that I do, and I don't know if anybody else does rules like this, but I buy to the next 5th increment. So we have 14, I'm gonna buy 1 potion. I stick to that, so I buy 4 if I can. In any given situation, I'll buy 5 antidotes. Sometimes I'll buy 10 if I currently own 0 of something. And in this way, through the whole game, I have unlimited resources, it feels like. And I just grind to have enough gold to do that. And we might fast forward through some grinding later if we just like need to get quick resources, because of course we want to make progress on stream. It took us kind of a long time to get started because we were having so many like controller issues, but things are going smooth right now. I'm using the PlayStation controller and it's working like a dream. Back, I stepped out for a walk. Thank you so much for being back, yo. I really, really appreciate it coming in here and chatting with me and sort of just giving me support. And yo, we're doing good, Nabil. We are flying through, uh, and uh, we've talked a lot about sort of the dynamics between Zidane and then the other members of this group a little bit. Blank is definitely his best friend in the group, and Baku is kind of like this father figure, but not really a very good father, of course. Just want to make sure I'm at the bottom of this chat. Yeah, okay, I'm good. Okay, so now we're gonna fight this thing again, I think. I don't know if we do it right away. I should heal Zidane. And we'll just fly through. We don't really need to level up right now. It's not of prime importance. We could technically level up really fast fighting the next boss that comes. It's the type of boss where you can kind of fight infinite creatures if you want. But I don't think we're going to power level here. I think we'll do some stuff later in order to power level. Spring. Do as I say, not as I do. So I always skip these segments. Oh wait, no, this is a different one than what I was thinking. Are you sure about this? Yeah, don't worry. We'll be out of here soon too. Here, take this map. It's going to be a long trip back to Lindblom. Back to this cute little Koopa who's hanging out in there. I'm still going to do the magnet stuff, even though we can't get 100%. It's just good practice. I still can't believe I forgot that first one. I'm probably just going to get haunted by that one moment until I beat the game. One thing I miss from Final Fantasy VII is that I wish I could do like a chosen gradient color effect. That would be really great. I bet you that there's a mod that lets you do that. Would not surprise me if someone made a mod like that. You can level up so fast in this section though, if you really want to. Like not even that hard. Maybe we'll level up just a little because we could do it really fast. Maybe I will, just because I can really quickly. But we're gonna do it on the boss. We're not gonna do it like in this. We're not gonna like run back and forth and grind forever. We're just gonna do the boss technique that I kind of know. And we won't do it forever. We'll just do it until we're out of mana. You know what I am realizing though is that it might be wise to get like 1 or 2 levels just so that they have a little bit more HP. Because if I go into this fight without HP, then what can happen is that it can like one-hit Vivi. And so we don't want to get one hit. So we probably want to level them up at least once or twice. And we'll just do 1 or 2 fights here. And I won't game it. I won't like use the speed technique just because we're hanging out. But I will use it for when we grind later. And I'll probably use it for when we're in the boss fight and we want to grind there. Because basically it's the type of enemy where it summons infinite minions. Vivi is hilarious, but also really sad. And of course, the only characters that you don't want having darkness just got darkness. But fortunately they didn't miss. And I think I can use that spring to also heal status effects, so we'll really quickly do that. If they're just like level 2 or 3, it's gonna be enough. So we'll do at least one more fight. Why not? I'm kind of playing it just the way that I would play it in real life. I always forgot about that view. Okay, so I think you have to like actually make progress on the screen in order to trigger fights. Yeah, there we go. Like, kind of need to do that. And so we'll just level up like once or twice here, super fast. And they still have darkness, so the spring does not heal darkness. We'll keep that in mind. Oh, also, we didn't ever equip them with the stuff that they need. And we'll just get one more level on these characters and then go into the fight. So I kind of actually like, this is the remake of the game that has better graphics, but I kind of like the pixelated graphics of the original. I just want to make sure I'm good before I go into the fight. Oh, I wasn't good because Steiner has darkness, of course. Naturally. You're hyped for 16 because it seems to be back to the medieval style. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it as well. But yeah, the medieval style is sweet. I really like medieval style games, like that setting. I've always been really into that. Blank should join the fight basically anytime now. I don't know how much more damage we'll have to do for that to happen. I made it just in time. Yeah, you did. Good job. Okay, but now we can just finish the fight because we've already stolen everything. Yeah, so we did pretty good there. And we can heal like right after this fight, super easy. And basically the only leveling that we're gonna do is we're gonna fight some plant creatures, and you can just kill the waves really quickly using Vivi's magic. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh no! So the whole forest is coming to life. They're all plant creatures. I'm so excited to get a chocobo involved. And so this is how you do it. You get into fights with these plant things, and then Vivi is just guaranteed to kill them all in one hit. And that's literally it. Cloud is at the very least depressed, probably has PTSD. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. So I don't even need to do anything with these other two. All you do is black magic, and then you just hit everyone with it, and then you're good to go. And I don't think it can miss. I think there's a 0% chance in the game programmed for it to miss. So, oh wait, and we're not actually speeding up. That's what we need to do, to speed up. And then that's how it actually goes quickly. There we go. Now we're starting to get it under control here. But we don't want to have the fast forward too much on, because then we could like take damage that we don't mean to, and like someone could die, which is not what we want. I don't think that these things are gonna kill us, but you never know. And actually we should probably kill Blank, now that I think about it, because if we're going for some XP on the party, we don't want Blank to get anything. And we should also unequip Blank completely. Blank can't attack themselves here. Cloud definitely does have PTSD and disassociation disorder for sure. I think that you're entirely right, and mental illness is like, I think, a bigger theme in Final Fantasy VII, and I think Final Fantasy VII, everyone is also dealing with the existential anxiety of the world ending, and they're dealing with that in their own way, and that's like a mental illness in its own right. I think there is mental health in this game with Zidane and Vivi, at least, both like existentially facing their like own life and what it means to be a person, but it's more philosophy than psychology, I think. So we did kill Blank. We're gonna unequip Blank, and so we'll speed it up in a second, and it should go faster. I've been kind of talking, so like I feel like it goes less well in that way. But you know, we don't even need to turn off the fast forward. We can just go through, because they're not going to do enough damage to really hurt us. And basically, my idea is to just grind until Vivi runs out of mana, because then this is just like a free several levels without taking too long, and we don't need mana. It's gonna like refill for us because of the next cutscene. So we'll just get into one more fight, and then we'll probably need to heal. I used to always joke that PTSD with Cloud was post-traumatic. Sephiroth disorder, that's so funny. That's really funny. Okay, I think that'll do it. So now we'll turn off fast forward after this fight, and we'll just go through the rest of this segment. Oh, okay, or we'll do this fight because I didn't mean for it to go through. Oh shoot, it's a big one too, but we'll just attack. I think we'll be fine, honestly. They do have darkness, so it might take longer, but I have a pretty good feeling that we'll still win the fight if we do this. There we go. So I turned off the speed, and then we'll just run through. I think there's almost a 0% chance that we'll die or anything here, and we've used all of our mana. Run through. Talking about FF10-2. Oh, 10-2. I thought you were saying 10-2-2. Like ages. Like 10 to 12 or something. Or 10 to 2, like AM to PM or something. I don't know. I don't know why I couldn't interpret it, but now I see you were saying 10-2. Final Fantasy 10-2. Totally. I need to turn off the fast forward. Or else I'm gonna get stuck in more fights. Okay, this is actually one of the best scenes in the game, so I'm gonna narrate, but then not get in the way of it with my own thought, because this is seriously so good. This is one of the best parts of the whole game, even though there's a lot. This is one of those things that I was talking about where I was thinking about this game all week, and I'm like, oh, this scene's so good. I'm excited to watch it on stream. What are you doing? Something's wrong. What? The entire forest is coming after us. Blank, take care of everyone. So Zidane's like gonna sacrifice himself, but then Blank's like, what does he mean by that? And Blank is like 2 steps ahead of Zidane, and we get this awesome scene. This is so cool. This whole scene is just amazing. Oh, I love their texture, and so the whole forest is petrifying. Blank! No! Aw, you hate to see it. Blank's so good though. Best friends ever. Blank. Can we get some Kermits in chat for Blank? For Blank? I think Blank deserves it if anyone, personally. I know, right? He's kicked. He's like seriously one of the best characters. He's so good. Oh shoot. Oh, because it says no emotes. Oh, my spam filter is so bad. You know what? After this cutscene, which is just ending right now, I'm going to Streamlabs and I'm gonna make my chatbot less bad. I don't think we're missing anything. It's just gonna get stuck on this. Oh no, I'm wrong. I missed part of the game because of this decision. But I really want emotes to be able to happen in chat, so we're gonna go to Streamlabs right now, and we're just gonna go ahead and fix it. You want at least 4 Kermits if you really are being honest. At least 4. And so we're almost at Chocobo Hot and Cold, which is hard to believe. It's pretty amazing. It's like literally my favorite mini game of all time. I'll probably spend a lot of time doing it, an inordinate amount of time, but I also do want to progress the plot of the game because I want to get to Clara. I think it's very possible to get to Clara tonight. I mean, I'm feeling very good about all this. For the homie! Blank! Oh, I miss Blank already. And I'm just like flying through all this chat. They're talking about the mist. So the whole continent is called the Mist Continent. As you see, it's very foggy in the background. And they say it makes people go crazy, and it also spawns monsters. The mist is how monsters are generated. So anywhere there's mist, it's dangerous. Who asked for your opinion? So they're just talking now. The whole forest is petrified, and they're trying to figure out where they're gonna go. And basically, they decided that they're gonna have to go through this dangerous path, this like ice path. Okay, state your sworn duty. What else to protect Princess Garnet till Alexandros? And yeah, so Steiner represents this like sort of traditional chivalry, and I've been thinking about this a lot. One of my favorite books of all time is the book Don Quixote. I love the emotes. Thank you, thank you. Let me throw out a couple of my favorite emotes out here. Yeah. So, anyways, my favorite book of all time is Don Quixote. For those of you who haven't read it, I really recommend it. It's like one of the most progressive books of all time. It was written in like 1603 or something, 1612, like at the beginning of the 1600s. And it's basically this person who's like this old guy who is crazy. He's like going through the throes of dementia, just losing his mind. And he's been obsessed with tales of chivalry his whole life. And he goes around doing stupid stuff. And the whole point of Don Quixote is that there's this like crazy person just committed to chivalry and doing things that make no sense because of this like code that like they bought into that no one else buys into. And Steiner is like the opposite of Don Quixote in some ways, where Steiner not only becomes like less committed to chivalry over time, but also Steiner is like kind of questioning chivalry. Don Quixote is like kind of going through and like just doing crazy things in the name of chivalry forever, and Steiner's like constantly trying to like maneuver with new information. And I think that's one of the reasons that I kind of like still like Steiner, even though Steiner is kind of like, it's like ACAB, but like Steiner is like, at the end of the day, Steiner loves Dagger, like just like a family member or something. And I think that's really nice. And he just wants to protect the princess. I think that becomes apparent later when they try and assassinate her. I was thinking about maybe making some coffee on a break, even though it's so late at night. It's definitely my favorite drink. Teach me, Mogster. How about not? How about we skip these? I don't think we need to be taught right now. Hey, bro, what are you gonna teach me today? I've said this before. I'm very far from a bro, but I love bros. Like I love it when people bro out. I think it's really cute when guys get along, and when male friendships are like pure and nice. It is unfortunately rare in my experience that I've seen. Um, and I hate when people try and be broy with me because that makes me not only dysphoric but just like sad and upset, and it makes me like not want to be around anyone. It makes me want to disappear, kind of. But I do love witnessing it. I love like being around people, just being good friends. I mean, I love it for two girls too, and I love it with two people who are different genders. I just love people being friends. But there is something about like the traditional sort of like bro, like sort of dynamic that's kind of funny. But it depends. It needs to be pure. And actually, this isn't the part of the game where we get to do Chocobo Hot and Cold. That's the next part, I think. I think we have to get past Lindblom to get there. So I think our only choice is to go to the Ice Cave. I'm getting through, like, I'm learning all these intricacies of streaming. I feel like the person who was here earlier, through my glasses, they said that my screen was not distracting. I feel like even though I love the trans rights sign that's over there, I feel like it would be better if I sort of pulled everything over here so that less of me was taking up the screen from Final Fantasy, frankly. And this is cute too. You can see me pretty well. Maybe I can even make it a little bigger. Something like that. Put it over here. Let me know what y'all think of that if you like that. I'll leave the. Oh wow, you like the whole box too. Wow, okay. Cool. I mean, that's cool. I like that the whole box is there because I love the trans rights. I love that you can see my room. But I just wasn't sure. I don't want to like get too far in front of the game, you know? I'll put this here. This overlay is pretty good though. I just made it before stream.